Hi, this is Paula from Emotional Support for All. I'd like to talk to you today about safety planning. Safety planning in your home. This is aimed at people who have perhaps just recently had a marriage breakdown or a breakup with somebody. Perhaps you're getting a little bit of unwanted attention from somebody and you're feeling a little bit nervous about being in your own property, which you should always feel safe in your own property. These are just some little tips just to keep you safe that perhaps you might not have thought about. In any instance, I would always advise you to call 999, the police. So think about what security measures have you got on that property. Have you got security lights to the front, the back, the hall, the side general, things like that. Even if it's solar lights, it just gives that little bit of light to the property where neighbours can perhaps see people that maybe perhaps hiding. What's your relationship like with your neighbours? We don't always want people knowing our business. I totally understand that. Think of it from a safety measure. So if you speak to your neighbours and you say, you know, you've had this breakup, you're a little bit nervous, they shouldn't be coming to the property. If you see them, can you call the police or give them your number and let you know? Never ever go out though. You just call the police. What about doorbell cameras? Always make sure that they're charged. A lot of people have doorbell cameras that are not charged. Charge them up. You could put dummy CCTV cameras up. Think about that. What about your locks? Have they got a key for the lock? Change the locks. What about certain times that you do things? So, for example, do you put the bin out when it's bin day on a certain day? Do you put the car away at a certain time? Mix that routine up a little bit as much as you can. Is there any reason really for you going into that garden at night? Yes. You should have every right to go to. It's your garden. But just for a little while until the heat dies down, just think about that. Is there places in your garden that they can hide? Think about that. Cut the bushes down. What rooms in your house would you consider safe? Bear in mind these people will know the layout of your home. You can't change that. Think about rooms that have locks on. So perhaps bathrooms always have a lock on. You know, make sure you go in there. Make sure you have a plan of how to keep yourself safe should they get into that property. Keep your doors and your windows shut where you can. Again, in summertime, it's not always easy. Why should you have to? You shouldn't have to. But they're just little extra measures that would just keep you safe for the interim period. There is things like window locks. You can buy them from any hardware store. Think about them. Sometimes you can get locks on your windows that have buzzers on. You know, they're quite ideal really. Like I said before, dummy cameras. Always have your phone fully charged. Emergency numbers to the top so you can call people in an emergency. Think about, have you got a little door peephole? You know, if you're not expecting anybody to come to that door, don't just go and answer that door because anybody could be behind that door. Think about non-molestation orders. These are orders that can stop people coming anywhere near you or your property. Always call the police. Make a log of what you are telling the police and how often you think you're seeing this person. You know, just these small little measures just to think about will keep you safe in that property and hopefully make you feel a bit more secure in that property. This is your house and nobody should ever make you feel as though you're not safe in it. I am going to do some more videos on safety planning. This is just about keeping your property safe. You know, why should you have to leave because you don't feel safe in that house? Again, there is things like women's refuges should you need it, which again I'll talk about in another video. But yeah, that's it for today. Let me know if there's any more that you can think of because my mind's gone a blank. Take care of yourself. Do me a favour, like and subscribe for me. That'd be great. Thank you.